Welcome back! I put on my Guardians of the Galaxy shirt for a reason, because in this video, I want to talk about Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. And before I start rambling on about the movie, I would really appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel, like the video, and of course made a comment as well. And I can't forget I'm going to talk about some spoilers, so this is your spoiler warning. Now, let's get to it. This movie is flippin' fantastic. It has a couple of minor small flaws, but it's still very, very good. First off, I love the character development of all the characters. Star-Lord, Peter Quill, is still hurt over the fact that the Gamora he knows now is not the same Gamora he fell in love with. And some of the things that make this movie really funny is him hitting on other people, like Gamora's sister. So his story arc is very good as well. And by the end of the movie, he realizes that he has to move on and go on to something else, which is what he does. So his story arc is fantastic. But I can't forget the most important person in this whole movie, Rocket. This movie is the full backstory of how Rocket was created. And who created Rocket? The High Evolutionary. And this villain is despicable. He's a villain you love to hate. And personally, I think the High Evolutionary is a better villain than Kang the Conqueror, because the High Evolutionary has a god complex. In one part of the movie, he was yelling at Rocket because Rocket figured something out that he couldn't. And he was saying to Rocket, "How did you figure that out? I created you!" Can we say god complex? He wants to create a perfect race. And when he finds this planet and puts this perfect race on it, they end up doing bad things, so in his eyes, they're not perfect. So he destroys the planet and starts all over. This guy is terrible. That's why I said he's a lot better villain than Kang the Conqueror, at least in my opinion. Now, a lot of the other characters get the spotlight too, but this video will be very long if I point all of those out. So now I'm going to go to some of the bad things, some of the nitpicky flaws that I found. And one of the first ones is this. We know that the High Evolutionary created Rocket, and Rocket has been around a while. We know that Rocket was the only one of his team to survive the snap when Thanos snapped his fingers and eliminated half of life everywhere in the galaxy. Let me repeat that. Everywhere in the galaxy. So this had to affect the High Evolutionary somewhere, right? That was never mentioned at all in the movie. Not even once. You think you would have said, "Oh yeah, all my experiments were gone one day, I had no idea what happened to them." Nope, not a mention at all. Another thing that kind of bugged me a little bit was one of the post-credit scenes. Now, in the movie, Rocket wants to save all the animals on this ship because the ship is about to go down, and these are all the experiments that the High Evolutionary was doing bad things to. He wants to save all the animals. There's a stampede coming, and one of the other Guardians asked Rocket,
"Do you ever feel a little sad for them?"
Yeah, sure. But these townsfolk can't protect themselves.
so he's gonna eliminate all these animals? Didn't he want to protect all the animals? That doesn't make any sense. And my final nitpick is Adam Warlock. He is supposed to be one of the most powerful people in the MCU. In the comics, he stopped Thanos. I realize this is just an introduction to him, and he's very powerful, but they really didn't use him that much. Now, he does have a good story arc in the movie, but I thought it was kind of forced and done kind of quickly because there were so many other characters. Adam Warlock kind of took a backseat. He was still good, kind of funny. I thought they should use him more. That's all. Listen, I'm by no means saying this is a bad movie. I'm just saying it has a couple of nitpicky flaws. That's all. So on all, I give Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 a 9. It is almost perfect. It is a really good movie. You're gonna cry. You're gonna laugh. It's action-packed. It has drama, great character development. This is the best of all three Guardians movies. So have you seen Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3? If you have, comment below and let's talk about it.